You shared something from Marc Andreessen about building an E-shaped person. Talk to me about that.
That's a play. That idea has been around for a long time, but it's getting the predecessor was there's a design innovation studio called IDEO that almost 30 years back came up with this sort of idea of being T-shaped, meaning that how they look to hire people with like a deep proficiency in one or two areas, but also had like complementary proficiencies that give so basically depth and breadth, and it's stuck. And what Andreessen was talking about was really that type of idea, but kind of getting a little bit more into hey, with AI, you can have these multiple proficiencies and it's very relevant. So it's happening in the product space, which I'm kind of back to my roots in some ways. Is that you have increasingly, you have especially, but not limited to engineering. I mean, I work this way now, where you have people that have proficiencies in a couple of areas, so they have that depth, and then they're augmenting their capabilities with AI. So an engineer, you might have someone who's really good at managing resources, who's really good at interfacing with clients, and they can be basically overseeing five times at minimum the amount of projects, and they're literally spinning up agents that are working through coding and workflow, and that is a future archetype. That so the E-shaped person is it's not limited to engineering, by the way. Like I work this way now, so where I have had teams of analysts, writers, designers working on things like strategy decks or research or you name it. AI is a lot of that. It's like similar concept. So I'm sort of the E-shaped person leveraging a lot of different AI capabilities, which then gets allows me to honestly just the amount of output that you can get out of me is multiplied. Where what's key though is that it's the things that you hear about. It's the judgment, it's the discernment, it's the domain expertise. Like you have to have that in enough places to actually be effectively augmenting your capabilities through AI. So that's what that really was, is sort of where companies are going to look for people that have that breadth of domain, enough of that where they really know what they're doing, and then they're going to augment those capabilities with AI. That's in a short what that is.
Yeah, and the model that you had sketched out. So you've got the part of the. I'm going to do this backwards, I guess. So you've got the product up here, design here, engineering down here, and then you have the core craft that.
And those are very different disciplines. That's the thing, is like you typically have in any kind of product, like you've got those are your heads. And so it's increasingly, if you have someone who really has domain area in all of those, they can be working with more streamlined resources, including AI, just as effectively, if not more so, which is totally viable.